Red 2 standing by, all for lit, and in the green, welcome back to Metroid Prime. When I step through this door, I'm going to be quiet and let you listen to the music for a bit because Phendrana Drifts' theme is beautiful. Let's be honest, I could probably stand here just listening to the music for a very long time, but we do need to proceed with the game. This is the Flickerbat, scavenger with optical camouflaging that renders it invisible to the naked eye. Flickerbats are deceptive creatures. The only way to track them reliably is with X-ray imaging. They fly ceaselessly, hunting insects and other small prey that float on the air currents. Flickerbats tend to fly in cyclical hunting patterns using primitive sonar to navigate. So we don't really need to worry about them. What we need to do is go through here and excite the creature through here. Not like that. That was really, really bad, but it is actually attracted to our charge shot. This is the Scatter Bommu. Pulsing tendrils of energy extend from creature's body. Like all Bommus, these creatures can only be harmed by electrical energy. Proximity to these lifeforms may result in electrical visor interference. It is possible to avoid engaging Scatter Bommus by rolling into the Morph Ball and slipping between the rotating energy streams. So, it messes with you a bit, but they do actually show visor interference. I never quite seem to get the timing just right. There we are, that's a bit better. Whoa. Nearly got zapped. Coming through here, we're going to wind up facing a fairly irritating adversary. This is the baby Sheegoth, glacial predator. Ice shell protects vulnerable dorsal area. Young Sheegoths grow a resilient shell of ice on their backs which serves to protect a layer of vulnerable flesh. With this being their only weak point, baby Sheegoths will turn quickly in order to not allow predators the opportunity to strike at their backs. Powerful hunters, they fire bursts of ultra-cold gas at potential prey, then feast on their frozen victim. We'll have to draw them out one at a time, but they always come at us two at a time. You gonna come at me? And there we are. That's how you take them down. Shatter that ice shell by using your strafing abilities. Watch out for their charge attacks if you get far away from them. And unload a shot into their back when they're done. Very nice indeed. So we'll have a little bit to find around these ice ruins. Now if I'm right, there's another scan nearby. There are some crystallites. So there's a path up there which will allow us to grab some pickups, but we won't be able to do anything about it just yet. Sometimes we are going to need the plasma beam. Since that is intense heat, it will be able to wind up breaking sheets of ice, basically. Not a bad shot. There's nothing down there as far as I know. Now, if we move very carefully... No, it's in the ice ruins west that... Is there something... Yeah, there's a missile expansion down there we can only get with the plasma beam. Quick demonstration. I do have to climb all the way back up, though. Bit of a nuisance, but that's my own fault. Curiosity led me to that. There's another pickup there as well. We will need the spider ball, though. Stick this. Don't really need much. Get our scan visor out, because in this area... Damn it, I did get it. Lock on, please. That is the Ice Burrower. Burrower adapted to sub-freezing climates. A hardy life form, the Ice Burrower has adapted to the frigid climate of Phendrana. It spends most of its time tunneling through the frozen soil, but will occasionally surface to attack passers-by. Deal with them the same way you would the regular burrower. Rapid fire's pretty much our best bet. And if we take all those out, we can move on safely to an upper area of the region. We will have to deal with a few bombers in here. Avoid their blasts. If you're not feeling comfortable, you can draw them out of position with the charge beam and then run by them. But we do need to go through the ice ruins west and defeat a couple of she-goths. Now, if I'm very careful, I might be able to go and... They woke up, didn't they? Well, one of them did. Okay, buddy, come over this way. That shouldn't have counted, but it did. Oh, hello! You came to join your friend. And not like in the you came to die. Jeez, those are some horrible teeth. Of course, they become less and less of a danger as we get better. But once we get a certain weapon, namely the plasma beam, we can dispatch those things effortlessly. We've also got some Chozo lore here. As the great poison reaches ever further into the planet, we Chozo begin to feel the gnawings of despair. Before it is too late, we now make our last stand. We have begun to build a temple to contain this darkness. At its heart, we will place a cipher, a mystical lock powered by 12 artifacts and filled with as much power as we Chozo can harness. We wonder though, even when we are done, will it be too late? And will the power of the temple, and the cipher itself, prove strong enough to hold back the poisonous tide that even now swells within the ground, threatening all life? So we can't scale the heights of these ruins, and unfortunately that is not a damageable wall. We might be able to get up there if we had a double jump. Can't stick the landing on there. So we'll have to find other ways around. But we can go through here. It is worth noting, though, that we can't really access very much until later on. We do have to get past another scatter bomber. Which I'm still not very good at. But out here in Phendrana Canyon, we have a new item to find. And a Sheegoth. Wow, that's picky. We've also got some Chozo lore to grab. So many creatures suffer beneath the blight upon the land, and we Chozo are no exception. But for all of our pain, we can at least believe in the promise of the future. Unlike the apparitions that have begun to appear, entities that feel neither hope nor solace, we call these doomed souls the Turned, taking ghostly Chozo forms. They know no reason beyond the instinctive urge to protect our lands. They will likely exist in limbo forever. We have come to believe that a time may never come when we can once again open the door and banish the darkness we've contained. Even so, our vigilance will forever remain. We believe that on some far-off day, a saviour will come and continue what we have begun. For our saviour, we will leave our ancient weapons and armour. The soul who can gather them will be the entrusted one, the only being who can reverse the evil that grows here. That, of course, is us. So we'll have to deal with the Sheegoth down there. At least get it out of the way. That long-running breath attack is probably a good opportunity to get behind a Sheegoth. The tight spaces I'm working in don't quite help. But we got it, and that moment it's stunned allows us to get the kill. Don't stand in front of them because you will wind up getting hit by that final jet of icy breath. Get our energy and quickly scan this. Rearrange these platforms, but be careful because they will crumble. Jump quickly, and there we go. This gets us the Boost Ball, which so far has only appeared in the Prime games compared to the Speed Booster. So you will notice convenient half pipes, structured like this. This is how we'll get back out of here. Down we go. And there we are. Excuse me, I tried to leave you alone. But use the B button to boost and make your way along half pipes in order to access new areas or to wind up getting various pickups. We do need to go to Tallon IV, Tallon Overworld, sorry, but if you like, we can stop by the Chozo ruins and pick some things up. Straight into it. So, we can make our way to get a new scan through here. We'll have... No, we don't duck in there. Can't climb out of here. That doesn't look good. Oh, right in the face. That was my own fault. Rapidly tap B if you get frozen to break out. Sorry, I'll just have to literally fight my way through. Might need the space jump for this, but Right, we're probably going to need the space jump to go through this particular area, so there's not much more I can do for now. I will actually see you back at the Chozo Ruins. And we can grab a couple more pickups along the way. Although before I do, guess who? Alrighty, here we are back in the Chozo Ruins and we want to go to the main plaza. If we head down here, we'll notice a half pipe. Time everything just right and miss the spot. There we go. One more missile expansion. And our swarm of beetles has been replaced with the plated beetle, which dies in a single charge shot. We want to be going through here too, get the boost going. And you can mostly avoid those swarms. If you fall down there, you will have to fight the plated beetle, but we've taken care of it. Dealt with it before, we can deal with it again. There is a pathway through here. And that gets us very nicely to another missile expansion. There is a pathway that leads through here, but we need the spider ball. Let's drop down there and leave the room this way. We can just plow through enemies with the boost ball if we need to. There's another missile expansion in there we can't get until we get, I think, the grapple beam and the super missile. So, tell you what I'll do. We'll make our way back to Tallon Canyon because we have one more pickup to get. We'll make this episode a bit longer. And on top of that, saving at my ship is a good point to stop. Of course, I will have to get back to Phendrana Drifts, because that will be our next location, but I can do that pretty easily. So, just through here. We'll have to clear the beetles out of our way. And we can stick the landing right up here. Now, pay attention, that wall is blocked off. You might not notice it immediately, but, of course, sandstone. You will need this item to proceed. Drop down here. Take out the zoomer that gets in your way, and there are some sap sacks up there. And we're right behind our ship. Now be careful of that gap. I fell down that in my first run through. Running jump, stick it. And in this little sunlit room, the alcove, we can get ourselves the space jump boots. We only get a double jump, but that is more than enough to help us explore. Space jump. It must be the shoes. And there we are. So of course you'll need the space jump to get out. There we are, simple double jump. And we are pretty much done. You can check any information you want on your item screen, but I think that'll wrap things up for this episode. Thank you very much for joining me. Until next time, this is Red 2 returning to base.